Hello, this is Mr. Legg. You are concurrent enrollment students who are needing to apply to the Community College of Aurora for your English or math class. First of all, before we get too busy and we get through all this, let me say hello. Um, I found myself just in our first couple of days so focused on getting students applied that I have not really had a chance to say hello. I miss y'all. Really looking forward to seeing y'all and working with you. So let me say that first. But each of you may be taking classes through another college partner and may have already taken a class through another college partner. I want to make sure that you have this information so that you apply to the correct school. So, for instance, you may have taken a class through Miss Bruce and Miss Violar, and that is through CU. If you are taking a class through Dr. Vonderschek or Mr. Kraus, so that's sociology and biology, that is through Western Colorado. So those are different processes. The two processes, that always exist with our college classes is you apply to become a student and that you then enroll and register in the classes, but those are separate. Okay. So becoming a student, you work with the college, register for the class. You do that with us through dual enroll. We're not doing dual enroll today, so do not worry about that. Just focus on making sure you've applied. If you've already applied, that's okay. See if you have the ability to log in if you've already applied before. But otherwise, let's focus on getting you applied. If you applied over 2 years ago, you may need to go ahead and just start a new account because those deactivate. So if you did not take a class last year, but you had applied 2 years ago, go ahead and apply again. All the information provided here is intended to enroll you in CCA, just like any other college student. So that's the way they see you, is as a college student. And the questions that they ask will treat you like you are basically a college student. But there are questions that you will answer that will help them understand that you're a high school student. But even so, most of the questions that they will ask you will treat you just as if you're a college student. The information that you're providing is not intended to catch your citizenship, not intended to catch you on how long you've lived here or how long your parents have lived here. The reason they ask those questions is because they are determining whether they charge you in-state tuition or out-of-state tuition. But in this case, DPS is paying for your tuition, so you don't have to worry about that. So answer the questions honestly, answer them to the best of your ability, and do not worry. When we look at information about your citizenship, they do not send that information to immigration. When we're looking at information on how long you plan to live somewhere, that doesn't go to anybody other than CCA. So what I need you to do is go to ccaurora.edu. So ccaurora.edu. Then you're going to select Apply Now. After you do that, you're going to select Create Account. And this is easy. This is where you're going to put in your legal first name, your legal last name, the name you prefer, your email address, basic information. Now you have the opportunity to put in your preferred name. So in this case, I put Guadalupe. Preferred first name is Lupe. But when the last name, if you have a hyphenated last name, make sure to include it there. It makes it easier for people to separate people with similar names if you included your hyphenated name. Make sure it's your legal name, but include it if you can. The password, you're setting your password. So then your email becomes your username, your password becomes your what you set. And that's set for CCA for even after you graduate. So if you need to order a transcript so you get the college credits sent to your new school, you need to make sure to have your password and username. So make sure to save that in a secure place so that you can always reference it later. Once you've done that, you should go to Create New Application. If you're doing this by phone, it may look a little bit different, but pretty much this is exactly what you need. Select an application to complete. Right now, they're only allowing fall 2021 applications, so complete that. Then it's going to ask some questions, and I'm trying to give you the answer to these questions so you can just easily move along. So the first answer is no to the student type. Are you a student at another college or plan to attend another college? No. Even though you may be taking other college classes through another college, you're not actually attending because you're a high school student. So no. Did you or will you graduate or earn a high school equivalency before you begin classes? You're not going to graduate before you take these classes, so it's no. Academic plans. What semester do you plan to begin classes? Fall 2021? What is your current goal for community college? Take college courses while I'm still in high school. And then what area or plan of study? Undecided. Now you can select if you want to, if you know your plan of study, but really there's no benefit to doing that now. So you can just put undecided. Then you're going to add your high school. And the way you do that is you're going to do the search function. And if you put in MLK, you should be able to find our school. So select MLK and you should be able to find our school in the drop down. Remember, it's in Denver, Colorado. So select MLK, and then it'll have some questions. Have you or will you earn a high school diploma or high school equivalency? Eventually, hopefully all of you will. So yes, month you anticipate earning that diploma. That'll be May. And if you're a senior, the next answer is 2022. If you're a junior, the next answer is 2023. Next question, citizenship. So if you're a U.S. citizen, select U.S. citizen, and then you're going to have to put in your social security number, okay? It's important that you get this right. So put in your social security number. If you don't know it, you can skip the question and come back and put it in later tonight or tomorrow, say for instance. Okay, but again, it's important that you get this information right because this information can be used later to help connect you with the application that I'll tell you about later. Okay. If you make a mistake, you can come back. It just causes a little bit of a headache. If you're not a US citizen or if you're a resident alien, then you can select that. And then under the social security number, put all zeros. That'll be a way to identify you. Again, this information is not sent to immigration. It's just to determine whether you get in-state or out-of-state tuition. And you have to answer this question because they're treating you like any other college student. But again, DPS is paying for this tuition. As long as you get a C or above, there is no charge to you. Okay? So get this information right. Residency question. Have you attended a high school for 3 years, a Colorado high school for 3 years, or admitted to basically a college within 12 months of your graduation? Right now, that's going to be no, unless you haven't been in a Colorado high school for 3 years. Have you been married for the last 12 months? Hopefully, or at least I think all the answers are no, but put the correct answer for you. Has your parent or guardian lived in Colorado for 12 or more consecutive months? If that answer is yes, put yes. If it's no, it's okay, put no. At this time, does your parent or guardian intend to stay in Colorado? Again, you can put yes or no based upon your situation. Do not stress about this question. Just get it right to the best of your knowledge right now. Military status, I do not believe we have anybody in the military, so select no military. And under the gender, if you put male, then you have to select whether you want to register for the selective service. I would say no right now, but for those of you who will be close to 18, you will need to register for the selective service. And what that means is the government does have the right to sign you up for military service, called the draft actually. But the United States has not done that in a long time because we have not had any significant wars and we have enough military. But it still is a requirement for males. But the best thing for most of you all now, just select no. If you select female, I believe it does not even give you this option. Additional information, have either you or your parents earned a bachelor's degree? You're going to select what's right for you. Just make sure you get this question right because it can be used in the future in terms of whether you have access to money that they have if your parents did not graduate from college or university with their bachelor's degree. If they're in now, but they haven't graduated, then no, they haven't earned it. If they earned it from out of the United States, then it actually doesn't count here either. So if that is the case, you can put no or neither. So make sure you know. Ask your parents if you don't know the answer to this question. But again, it means they have their 4-year degree from a college or university in the United States, and they have the degree now. Okay. Is English your primary language? Mark that. Are you a single parent? I don't think we have any single parents, but just mark what's correct there. And are you an out of workforce individual? Everybody should select no. Okay. You might work or you might not be working right now, but nobody, because your full-time students, should be considered out of workforce. College Opportunity Fund, really important, okay? Select yes. What happens is College Opportunity Fund is a fund that pays for a portion of your tuition in high school and will also pay for a portion of your tuition if you choose to go to college, community college, or technical college after you graduate. That's free money, but the problem is if you select no, that means you have to apply separately because part of your class tuition will be paid doing this. And if you do not do this, what will happen is the small portion of tuition that doesn't get paid by this actually becomes your responsibility. The district usually doesn't come after you for it, but it usually saves you about $200. Okay, so go ahead and select yes on this. Last thing is certification. Basically, did you tell the truth to the best of your ability here? So hopefully that's a yes for all of you. Then the last thing is your signature. So you just type in your name and then you submit if you have all the information you needed. If you need to verify anything, all you need to do is later today, verify your social security number, verify whatever else you may have had a question about, and then submit it at that time. So save it for now and then submit it later if you don't have all your information. But do us a favor, try to submit it by tonight or by tomorrow if possible. And if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. Please reach out to Ms. Wickers and we can help you out, okay? Don't stress about this. We're trying to get this done early so you don't have to stress about it later. And then do keep in mind, this just enrolls you as a student at the school. Dual enroll will be a completely separate process. And we'll do that later with you. And that's what registers you for the actual class. All right. Thank you and take care of yourself.